Hi everyone, Coach Blaise here, and I want to talk about sports psychology for hockey goalies. Every hockey goalie needs a mental recovery plan, and I'll get into what exactly a mental recovery plan is, but let's talk about the position of hockey goalie first. That is an intense position. It is a difficult, demanding, emotionally, mentally, physically demanding position. All eyes are on the goalie. There's nowhere for them to hide. Goalies often report feeling that they get the most criticism. They also get the most praise. Sometimes they get the right amount of feedback, but goalies often get a lot of slack. Goalies are analyzed by everyone, not just their teammates, not just their coach, but the parents on the other team, their own parents. The refs may judge them. Goalies are faced with a lot of mental pressure. So a mental recovery plan is the ability to bounce back from a mistake. After a bad goal, after a bad play, after a bad game, a goalie is able to get back up, go back through a routine, a plan that they've already created to reset, get themselves present focused. A present focus is going to help you perform at your best. If your mindset isn't focused on the present, then your performance will suffer. So here are 5 skills that you can implement in your own mental recovery plan. The first one is self-talk. The person that you listen to the most. Think about it. Who is the person that you listen to the most? Is it your coach, your parents, your teammates? Most people forget that you listen to yourself. You have an internal dialogue going on up here. That is the person that you listen to the most. Whether you like it or not, whatever's going on up in here, you hear the most. Sometimes these thoughts, these patterns, they happen automatically. And that's not to blame. It just happens every single day, every moment, they're happening. But it's important to be intentional with your self-talk during a game. That way you can have your best performance on the ice. Self-talk is going to help you determine whether or not you're going to have a positive mindset or a negative mindset for the game moving forward. Self-talk is critical for your top performance. If you are negative, self-critical, harsh, demeaning, you're going to hurt your performance. You're going to put yourself down. You're going to get into a space where you don't feel confident, that you don't feel ready for the challenge of the upcoming play. You need to support yourself through positive self-talk. And now this is not to say you need to lie to yourself and say everything is great. You don't need to pump yourself up with things that you do not believe. That's not going to help. Instead, you can be more instructional with your self-talk. Stay in the crease. Fast legs, see the puck. Those are instructions that will help you stay positive, motivated, present in the play. So when it comes to your self-talk, you can be instructional. You can also be motivational. You can tell yourself, I'm ready. I got this. I'm prepared. All these things like I got quick feet. All of that will help as well. Motivational, self-talk, there's instructional self-talk. Both will help. Depends on really what the situation you are in to have the most effective self-talk. But I encourage you to try it out and play around with it. And in doing so, create 3 to 5 possible self-talk phrases that you can use in your next practice, in your next game. That will really help you solidify this skill because it doesn't just happen overnight. You need to be able to practice the skill in practice, bring it part of your routine, and then you'll be able to use it in a game automatically. The second skill is body language. This is one that a lot of people don't pay attention to. The way that you stand, the way you react after a goal, you're giving away messages to the other team, to your teammates. So if you give up a goal and you toss your head back, or you slam your stick, or you throw your hands up like, what the heck, that's all your fault to your teammates, you get in the ref's face, you are sending signals that either you're not confident in your ability, you're blaming others, your poor communication, you have an inability to manage and regulate your own emotions, all of which is detrimental to your performance, your teamwork, your team dynamics, your communication. All of that suffers with poor body language. Also, what is the best way to know that you've gotten in your opponent's head? To see how they skate back to the bench, to see how they slam their stick. You know that you've gotten in your opponent's head. If they're suffering and they're yelling at their teammates, that's a good space for you to be in as the opponent. So you can't let the opponent have anything. You're giving this away for free. If they take up space in your mind, you're renting out space. You can't do that. You need to keep everything for yourself and not let the opponent have anything. You got to keep your mind, your mindset solid so your opponent cannot have any piece of that. So what I encourage you to do is imagine your favorite goalie, a goalie you look up to. How do they react after a game, after a poor goal, after a mistake? What do they do? Do they throw their head back? Do they act defeated? Do they shoulder slump over? Or do they get back up, go through a little routine, stand tall, keep their head up, get some water, and get reset? Take 5 things that your favorite goalie does and start to do that in your own practice, in your own games. Third skill is imagery and visualization. You need to be able to see yourself successful in order to be successful. You cannot consistently outperform your self-image. If your self-image is negative, if you see yourself letting in bad goals, poor form, outside your crease, all of that is going to make it come true. Your mind is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You need to be positive in what you see yourself doing. So be intentional. Imagine yourself making great saves. Imagine yourself stopping the power play. Imagine yourself standing on your head to make the incredible last-minute save. Be positive. See yourself succeeding. And be consistent in that practice. If you need any guidance in creating your own imagery script and your own imagery and learning more about that, I have a free guidebook down below that you can get. It is absolutely free. It'll walk you through how to create your own imagery script to make sure that you have your top performance. So the best goalies in the world are able to refocus. They're able to drop that last play and get into the next one. It's important that you're not worrying, spending too much time thinking about all the things that you could have done right in the last play. The last play doesn't matter anymore. Good or bad, doesn't have any effect on the current play. You can use self-talk to get yourself into the next play, reset and focused. That way you're not worrying about the past play, you're not worrying about 2 plays into the future. Next play matters most. I work with a college goalie, and one of my favorite phrases that they use is next shot, next save. The last shot, the last save doesn't matter anymore. Next shot is the next save that I'm going to make. It's a great phrase to keep yourself present in the play. The most important play is the one happening right now. Make sure you're ready for it. Also, it doesn't have to be a self-talk phrase. You can do a physical routine. There's many goalies who tap the bars. They also get some water. They skate around a little bit. All of that is helpful to reset onto the current play. The 5th and final skill is relaxation. The paradox of being a goalie is that you need to be alert, but also relaxed at the same time. You need to be ready so you can make swift, quick movements, but you need to be on the right amount of energy. You need the correct amount of energy for you in order to succeed at your sport. So I'm not saying you need to be falling asleep out there, relaxed and like slouching against the bar. No. That doesn't go with our body language and the right amount of energy that we need. Think of yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the most energetic, head bumping, chest pounding energy level. 1 is slouch back, relaxed, not a worry in the world. Between those two is your perfect energy level. You need that perfect energy level for your best performance. That's where you're going to feel relaxed, confident, calm, ready, but also alert, focused, dialed in, concentrated, in the zone. What is your number for your right amount of energy? In order to find your correct energy level, think of your best performance. What did it feel like in the locker room before the game? What did it feel like while you were playing the game? What kind of energy level were you at? And what did you do to get to that energy level? How can you recreate that? The reason I suggest relaxation is that many athletes need to bring themselves down in the sense that they get too hyped up, too energetic, too on edge, maybe even nervous before a game, so they need to bring themselves back down to their right energy level. A simple tool to managing your own energy level, bringing it down, a relaxation tool, is squared breathing, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, repeat. And this is a simple, 16-second exercise that you can do between plays, you can do between periods, you can do before game. It'll help bring your energy level down. There's the mind-body connection. As long as you're counting, keeping your mind occupied, you are breathing in and out in a slow, controlled way, brings down your heart rate, helps you relax. If you are not relaxed, if your energy level is too high, it has physical and psychological implications for your ability to focus and play well. If you're too tight and your muscles are tight, your shoulders are tight, you're not going to be able to make swift movements that are necessary to being a goalie. If you're anxious and worried, your vision actually narrows, creates a tunnel vision, which makes it very hard to see the entire ice, see the entire play unfold. So it's important to find your correct energy level and use relaxation to bring yourself back down. Consider the self-talk, imagery, and refocus cues as well. Those all in combination will help you bring you to your right energy level and relaxation. So do not use each of these skills in isolation. Combine them, create the perfect mental plan for you. Having a predetermined mental recovery plan will set you apart from your competition. You will be ready to overcome mistakes, overcome adversity, bounce back more quickly. That's exactly what the great athletes do. They're able to shake off the last play, get into the next one, be ready, and be the best they can. So there you have it. That's what goes into a mental recovery plan. What do you use in your own mental recovery plan? Leave a comment down below, and I'd love to learn from you. Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, I did mention I have a free imagery guidebook down below, which you can check out and download for free. Get your own imagery going, set yourself apart from your competition. The most important play is the next one. Why do my eyes get wide and why do I look crazy when I do this? I just love it so much. I'm just so serious. Should I re-record? Anyway, why do I get so crazy looking?